friends, I'm Elizabeth Beelman. Welcome back to Unearthing Shadows Light. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Do you want to come say hi? Amel would like to say hi. She's eating ice cream.
Hello.
It's my little cherub.
You should subscribe.
Thank you, Amel. Okay, today I would like to teach you about one of my favorite things to do. Before COVID, when I worked in an office environment, in my little cubicle, I would put these charts up all over the place. And luckily I worked with people that embraced my weird. Shout out to Rise. Totally embraced my weird. But I'd write out these manifestation charts, and people would, they'd look at me like this, and then in like 5 months, 6 months, my turnaround was about 8 months. I would be taking those sheets down and I'd be replacing them with new ones because what I had manifested had actually manifested itself. So these do work. This is what it looks like. And you have up here, it's what it is that you want. So like say we're manifesting a new house. You would put a brand new house up here, a new home or a new house. Then the small circle is what your soul wants. So new house up here, new house or new home, they correlate. Then in the next bullseye, you're gonna write what it would feel like to live in the house that you envision. Does it bring happiness? Is it magical? Is it calming and peaceful? Love, family, like what does it feel like? Abundance, exuberance, joyful. Those are all those words that you want to be putting in there. Like, what does it feel like for you? And as you're writing it out, like, really immerse yourself in the experience. Immerse yourself in what it would be like to have purchased the house of your dreams. And you walk in and it's just like, it's your bones, it's your roots, it's your happiness. And then at the very last outward here in this circle, you're going to write what it looks like. And you can get as specific as you want. In fact, the universe prefers specificity. Totally wrong word. The universe prefers you being as specific as you possibly can. So, what it looks like. Flowers, wildflowers in the front yard, a weeping willow tree, yellow house, white shutters, a big welcome mat sign with hummingbirds on it, a sunroom, a wood-burning fireplace, like all the things that you would want in this home, you're gonna put here. And being as specific as you need to be. And then at the very bottom, I write, please universe, this or better, which I forgot the R here, this or better. And then you sign your name, and I normally date it over here. So I was looking at the screen when I first started this because obviously like the words are like backwards to me, so I hope that when this posts it's not backwards to you. I don't know how to fix that at the moment, so we're just gonna roll with it. What it is you want, what your soul wants. Again, it's kind of same thing. You can even if you want this one to be a little bit longer, you can I want a new house for my family and then you can put new home. What it feels like, happiness, safety, security, then what it looks like. Those are, windows, panes, shutters, a weather directional weather rod, yes, I don't know, but these always work so well for me. And if any of my old work peeps are following this, comment down below and verify, because I know like you guys have all seen my crazy in various forms. So if you remember me at some point in the office showing you this, and you can validate just how many I had in my desk and how many I would take down because I would get what it is I wanted. It's amazing. For me, again, manifestation time was usually about an 8-month turnaround. It's kind of shortened itself to about 5-6 months now, so we're getting there. It's me staying in that energy and that frequency. After you create this, you can like hang this on your fridge or on your mirror, some place that you're gonna see it every day to kind of look over and glance at it. There's a reason also why I crossed out wood, because initially I wrote it and what it would feel like, what it would look like. And I crossed wood out because how about let's just state what it looks like, what it feels like. Because putting wood in there means that it hasn't happened yet. In order to pull stuff in, you need to be in that very moment of it happening to you. That's why I say, like, walk and visualize yourself in that home. What does it smell like? Where's the sun? How much natural light is shining through the windows? Feel it in your body, visualize it. Again, thoughts create things. Wonderful, wonderful chart. I totally forget who showed me this. I do know it was a friend through a friend, and I am eternally grateful because this is amazing. It's a game changer. So I hope you guys can utilize that and start manifesting your dreams. We need more than that. And my collective reading today is with my favorite deck that I actually very rarely let anybody else touch. This is The Heart of the Fairy Oracle by Brian and Wendy Froud. And if you watch, I think it was like 2 videos ago, I stated how much I love David Bowie, and I loved him, and The Labyrinth is my favorite movie, and I had used his cards in that video. But I'm stating this because when I was working at Women of Wisdom in Easton, in North Easton, it's a really awesome magical shop. Go check it out. North Easton, my daughters call it the Angel Store. It's a really good place. But I worked there for a while, and I was putting some stuff away in one of the rooms, and we have the tarot cards that are on the shelves. And I bent down to pick something up or fix something, and something, literally a box fell, and it fell right on my head. And the box was these cards. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get them. So it felt right, like that was my like spirit's way of being like, hey, hello, knock knock, take these. But when I opened the book up for the first time, anyone who's ever seen The Labyrinth, The Heart of Fairy is dedicated to Toby and Sarah, and those are the baby was Toby, it was her little brother, and Sarah is Jennifer Connelly, and they're like the main characters and the reason why Sarah goes through the labyrinth in the first place. The other awesome tidbit of information here is that Brian and Wendy Froud are actually Toby's mom and dad. Toby is Brian Froud's son, and he helps create all the puppets and puppeteering for the labyrinth. So these cards are very special to me. I work with the fairies often. Fickle, wonderful little beings they are, no disrespect, but they are lights of my life, and I thoroughly enjoy their energy. But to be able to integrate and navigate it pretty fast, I had to channel and sit with it before I even started the video. So I've already pulled cards. We have 4. No shocker there. So collectively, and again, timeless, whenever this reading finds you, it's meant to be in your energy. So I hope this finds you well. This is collectively like earthbound humans, and also to remember we're like cells of a greater organism, right? Of everybody. So everyone's connected. We're the cells that are connecting with one another. So whatever is happening out there in the collective, in the spotlights, in the news, in whatever, is triggering us inward, and it goes full circle, because again, what we think we manifest. So we create it, or it was created, and they want us to stay in the fear. So I'm all about breaking that fear and calling it out for what it is. But this is a big transition. And definitely something that we're in right now. And this little car, look at this little dude. This is in two minds. And it shows like, he has a big little noggin, split down the middle like a brain, two sides of the brain, divine masculine, divine feminine, the logical versus the creative, many different dynamics. But it all has to do with like internal dialogue and decision and actions. So, like the split that I talked about for the 3D and the 5D, the people who are going to stay connected to the fear mongering and just feed into that negativity, it's going to be split in two. And then the people who choose to be one and create and love themselves and don't feed into all that crap. These are the two, that's one of the two dynamics that I'm seeing. There's voices of two in this poor little one's head, and they never agree. So does he live in your head is my question. Are you battling between a decision, two paths, two roads to go down, don't know which one to choose? I mean, he's very, it's almost like his energy is like, well, I could have done this, and I could do this, and I can do it this way, or I could just let things stay the same, because doing all that is too much. So it's making decisions to make a decision, but it has to start somewhere. So we're entering the energy, or we're in the energy right now of the two minds. I also am being told, and I thought heart and then looked at the back of the card, and there are hearts on there, like the head and the heart being in, because this has a mind of its own, right? And this has a mind of its own, so it's connecting the two. So yes, this is the separation we're dealing with right now. This is in a collective standpoint. Roe versus Wade, you got all the different dynamics. You got the Republicans and the Democrats. You got, again, I don't want to pull political shit in here, but I do think it's okay to touch upon in this manner so you guys can see, like, there are two separate sides, two different dynamics. And you're being asked to ask yourself, does this live in you? I mean, it lives in all of us. So where does it live in you? The second card I have is the Shapeshifter. And I just love the detail in the artwork. I don't know if you guys can see, like, there's a face here, but then his nose and mouth makes another face, and it's just all very awesome and intertwined there. You want to look at it, Amel? Here, take it. But in that card, we're dealing with perception, illusion, and the truth within. So the Shapeshifter is everything and it's nothing at all. The Shapeshifter is a chameleon. There's no true self to the chameleon, or it's very buried underneath, because he will never show you the true side of it. And especially, I mean, this is, universally, collectively, but also internally, this pertains to a lot of relationships as well, like being careful where you put your trust. Because if you put your trust in somebody like this, who is an illusion, who's a shapeshifter and a chameleon, you may wake up one day realizing that you put your trust into somebody that you have no idea who they are. And that could be because they shift on you again, shift like a dime. And also too, energetically, I feel collectively like the energies are coming in of the, the 2, the 3D and the 5D, And we're being asked not to put our trust in something that we can't control. Thank you, Amel. Thank you. But it's not even about so much control as if you're gonna put your energy into something that you already know is a facade or bullshit, you know it in your heart, but you're not ready to let go yet. There's a lot of that going around, and that's okay. Be kind to yourself. Allow things to flow the way that they need to. But what it eventually makes you do when you're ready and you become conscious of the fact that you are in a fantasy when it comes to this person or place or dynamic or energy, when you're ready to sit with it, that's where you find your own truth. So it's getting right with your own truth by being the wayfinder. And by doing that and getting right with your own truth, if you wanted them so desperately to listen to something that you have to say, people can only meet you as deep as they've met themselves. So what you're speaking might be falling on deaf ears. But if you or yourself shifts the vibration and leans into it, if you start moving a different way, even if they don't engage with that, you're still moving a different way. So they could very well rise up and meet you, and or it shows you that it's lost. It's falling on deaf ears. But inevitably, this shapeshifter chameleon energy will lead you to your own truth, and that is the main mind. And that's kind of segued here too. Like there's somebody in the background, and see like his head has wings. So it's getting right with your truth. The next card that I have is the Maiden. Such beautiful cards. I love these cards so much. So this stands for first love, wonder, endless possibilities. It's like that magic state between like girlhood and womanhood. That state where everything is possible. You have the world at your fingertips. You have not a care in the world. You're not yet an adult. You're enjoying, you're figuring things out. You're testing your boundaries. You're testing other boundaries. But it brings joy and it brings passion. Like fall back, like really think about it. And if you're not a woman listening, still a boyhood or a manhood, like fall back into that time frame of you being in life like that, being able to hold on to life like that, where it's all possible and there's passion and creation and a sense of wonder. You're being asked through the bullshit, the choosing of the two, finding your truth, and then within your truth, no matter what it is, reclaiming your sense of wonder, that passion, that which makes your soul sing and catch on fire, that what makes your heart smile. That's what it's about. And then the last card that I have is the Lady of Sorrows. And I'm glad that she is the last card that I picked, because this showcases lack of forgiveness and barriers, but it also showcases in letting go. Like letting go of the wall that's around your heart and collecting all the sorrows and wrongs and the total just focusing on the negative stuff that happens, you know, and allowing that to harden you. And what she signifies is like people can build up their wrongs, all the wrongs in the world, all the stuff that they've gone through, and they can build a wall so high and thick that there are no gaps in between to let the light in. And in order to let the light in, we need to dismantle the walls brick by brick. So your mind is a garden. It can grow flowers or it can grow weeds. It really depends on what you're cultivating in your brain, how you're thinking of it. So this comes up because of you're being asked to look, is this something that you do? I have been known to do it, you know, and being conscious of doing it is the very first step. So if this is something that you do, you're being asked to let go of old hurts and pain. And there can be a lot that goes with that. I know a lot of people can't really very quickly get over things. I definitely can't do that. I harp on things as long as they come. But I have been given many gifts as of recently to aid in helping with stuff like this. And one of the biggest things is forgiveness. But I don't mean forgiveness because you want to forgive the other person and whatever they did to you is okay. I look at forgiveness now as I'm not forgiving you for you. I'm forgiving you for me. Because I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I don't want this energy anymore, and I don't have to take it on. Once you start realizing what burdens you and that you no longer need to hold on to it, like what paradigms are shifting now? Are you being asked to let go of old patterns and cycles? Because, you know, it gets brought up, the two minds, the illusion, the wonder, but in order, like, know that wonder, but without the sorrows, and again, the dark and the light. Like, you wouldn't know this joy wonder if you didn't go through the shit. Like, you need that balance. It's a duality. So it's all duality. And I send you all the most love and light of the highest vibration, and I hope you are being kind and loving yourselves, and in turn, by happy accident, when you start doing that, you love others even more. So namaste, and thank you so much.